Hi guys, my name is Utman Sahid from NWC Education, and I'm super happy to be here this afternoon. Not just me alone, but with one of our able representative of one of the most prominent UK universities is here today with us to have discussion around the university, various options you got, and how you can navigate your way into this very university. I know you might want to guess who we have on board today, and it is nobody else than Daniel from University of Wolverhampton. So good afternoon, everybody, and you are highly welcome to this event. And of course, as usual, we always come here to have interactions with our partner universities. So I would like to introduce Mr. Daniel. Mr. Daniel, good afternoon, and it's great to have you here, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Utman. I appreciate this. It's actually an honor to be here on a webinar with NWC. Thank you for having me.
We are pleased and happy to have you around. Can you please, people would like to know you, some of your responsibility, and of course, I've just mentioned that you work with Wolverhampton. Can you please introduce yourself
Okay,
properly, sir?
fine. Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Daniel Oluwatosin. I am the regional manager. I look after the West African market for the University of Wolverhampton. And University of Wolverhampton has actually, we're a modern university. We've been around for a very long period. We're located in West Midland, not far to Birmingham, just 20 minutes away from Birmingham. We have four campuses: the City campus, the Telford, the Walsall, and the Springfield campus. We've got more than 20,000 international students. So it's actually a university for all. And today I'm here to talk to you more about our offerings. Thank you.
Wow, good to have you, Mr. Daniel. To be frank and honest, I never knew University of Wolverhampton got a lot of international students like this.
Yes, we do. We have actually about 20,000 international students.
That's massive. And as a prospective international student from Africa or this part of Nigeria, recently, Emirates courses has become so dominant for University of Wolverhampton. I don't know if you have other programs aside from Emirates.
Yes, we do offer other non-Emirates programs and undergraduate programs and some programs, embedded foundation programs. Actually, before I do a little that, I'd like to touch on Emirates. Now, I think to me, Emirates is now a trend to all international students. They all want to study Emirates. But I'd like to tell you that for Emirates is actually a research program and it is intense. If you know it's not a course you are ready for, if you don't have the skills and the ability to actually do such, I would advise that you go for a master's program rather than Emirates, because in the last intake, a lot of applicants were not able to go through the Emirates interview because all what they know about is the opportunity of bringing independence to the UK, not really knowing about what Emirates, that's master research, is all about. So I advise that we know it's a trend. A lot of people actually want to come to the UK, to Wolverhampton to study Emirates, but you should be that person that the university wants. We want you to have that skill and that ability and that knowledge of the kind of research before applying for Emirates program. Yes, before Emirates was introduced, we have other non-Emirates programs. We have popular programs like social work, data science, AI, cybersecurity, business analytics, international business management, international MBA with placement here, computer science. Load, of course, is social health and social care, biomedical sciences, project management, construction project management, MSc levels. They are all available for international students. And also undergraduate programs are also available to international students. So as a university, I would like you to know that there's a threshold for Emirates. So if we are getting only Emirates applicants, it's actually not going to be good for the university because we don't want to be known as University of Emirates. we have other programs that the university is running, like the master's, PhD programs, then the undergraduate programs. So please, the fact that we're mostly known for MRES, there's a threshold that we can actually take. So we can't accept all MRES applicants, but there are other courses available at other levels for you to apply to. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel, for giving an insight into some of the requirement or additional requirement for MS. Because as an international student or prospective student who wants to do MS in University of Wolverhampton, of course, you are expected to write research proposal. Of course, you are going to go through some level of interview for the school to ascertain that you actually qualify for the research course. So if you're an international student whose question is always like MS without a proposal, MS without interview, MS without any sort of screening, that will ensure, that will enable the school to be sure that you are qualified to undergo such program. I just, as Mr. Daniel has advised, go for a thought program and then you figure things out later. Is that what you advise, Mr. Daniel?
Well, actually, as I speak, our MRES for now, we don't require proposal, but when you get on campus, maybe at the point of entry, they might ask for what are what proposal are you writing about, or a skeletal proposal. And UKVI might interview and ask you about that. But for us as a university, we don't require that at the point of application. But we want applicants who are passionate about coming for that research, whose goal is not about coming with dependent, because 70% of applicants that I've come across so far, their goal is actually because they want to travel with dependent. We don't want that. We want genuine applicants who will impact on other students on campus, and in turn impact on the university's quality, framework. So that is actually our goal as a university. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So that's great. And you made mention of some fantastic courses for the thought program that international
Yes.
students can opt in for apart from members. So the other question that they would like to ask is, what is the turnaround time for admission if I'm putting in for maybe computer science, cybersecurity, or some other sort of courses at University of Wolverhampton? How soon am I going to get admission, sir?
Okay, now the turnaround time for applications for an applicant to get an admission is usually between 5 working days. Most I've seen is 48 hours, but let's say within 5 working days, you get an offer when you put in an application. But most of it is, I don't want to high expectations, but usually 24 to 48 hours for turnaround time on application. And it might be direct unconditional offer or conditional offer, depending on the kind of document that has been submitted when the application was put in.
Oh, okay. So thank you very much for that clarification also. For Nigerian market, of course, is about price sensitive, and people would like
Yes.
to know what it's going to cost to at least complete a master's degree program, let's say the third program on per year in the UK. I mean, in the University of Wolverhampton.
Okay, fine. For our tuition fee for undergraduate is between 15,995 to 17,000 pounds. That's non-lab based and lab based programs. That's the difference between them. And for postgraduate thoughts, it's actually between 16,950 to 18,054 pounds. Then for our professional placement courses, there are courses with professional placement, like our international MBA with placement here, cyber security with placement here, mechanical engineering, and few courses with placement here. The fees goes between 17,950 to 19,054. And for courses with extended masters. Now, extended masters are actually courses for mostly third class applicants who are not qualified to come straight into direct masters. There are about 8 courses whereby they can actually come and apply and get straight into direct masters, but it is called extended masters. Though the difference is not that much. The difference is just two. One, the tuition fee is a bit higher than the normal masters, and secondly, they do more modules than the normal masters, but they are all going to be in the same class settings. So if I'm in the class with you and I did not tell you I'm I'm an extended master's program applicant, you will not know. So those are the difference. And the tuition fee for that is between 18,500 to 19,604.
Wow. So this is a kind of good news to Nigerian students who graduated with third class and still want to opt in for direct masters. I know some of you don't want to go for pre-masters, some of you don't want to do top up. Of course, you
Yes.
want to get direct master. So this is a great opportunity for you at University of Wolverhampton to go into an extended master. And to be sincere, the price is highly competitive when you want to compare it with the stress of going for a pre-masters first and now from there
The
going for
masters.
masters. So it's going to be more expensive. It's probably going to cost you more time and the rest. So Wolverhampton is making it easy for you to get into an extended masters and with your third class and start your master's program directly without any stress. So if you got third class, please contact NWC Education. You can see our contact for all of our offices on the screen. Just pick any of the number and tell us you got third class, then we'll surely secure an admission. And you've actually heard from the horse's mouth, probably in the next 1 week after submitting application, you are definitely going to get an offer. So that's good.
And yeah, and currently, before we move on, I'd like to say that the November intake is ongoing. We have 3 courses running, and that is data science, MSc data science, MSc artificial intelligence, and MSc project management. So for applicants that feels they still have that financial capability to move on with November intake, please reach out to NWC. They've been around for a very long time. They've been a quality partners. They've been professional in what they do, and the application to UK is actually free, and they take off the stress from you. So please reach out to them, and they will help you with the application. Application is ongoing for November intake, and also is ongoing for January 2026 intake. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Daniel, for that. Thank you so much. And for our viewers, in case you have any question, you can use the comment section to drop your comment. And of course, I'm going to add it to the screen, and Mr. Daniel will do justice to that. Daria Amado have actually asked a question, but I really want to complete this very question Mr. Daniel is addressing before we move to. Probably you will have seen the answer. Mr. Daniel, apart from the tuition, so I want to know opportunity, if there's any opportunity for discounts, scholarship, and what is the deposit and enrollment requirement at
Okay,
Wolverhampton?
thank you so much. Actually, now on scholarship, we offer load of scholarship to international students. First, I'll start with the undergraduate scholarship. We offer up to £5,000 scholarship. We have the automatic scholarship between 1,000 to 2,000, which is the Lord Paul scholarship, and that will be that they will get either 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000 after looking at the grades in WAEC or NECO or in their foundation year. That is how the admissions team will grade to see if you're worth 1,500 or 2,000. And also we have what we call regional scholarship, and that is up to £3,000. That as it comes with a slot, is about 20 slot. They have to go online, apply for that. If they get it and add it to the automatic scholarship, that's about £5,000 scholarship for undergraduate students. And lastly, on undergraduate students, we have what we call the Women in STEM scholarship. We try to encourage more women to come into STEM courses, and with that, if they apply, they will get up to £2,000 scholarship off the tuition fee. And when you add that together, that's £4,000 off the tuition fee of 15,950. And on postgraduate applicants and MRes, PhDs, they get Lord Paul scholarship of up to £2,000 depending on their grades. The 2-1 will get, so applicants that graduate with a 2-2, they get 1,000. Applicants that graduate with a 2-1, that's second class upper division, they get 1,500. And applicants that graduate with a first class, they get £2,000. Then in terms of discounts, we have early bird discounts for applicants that pays their tuition deposits before receiving cash. Would they get a discount of up to £500, and this will be taken off the tuition fee. And in terms of deposits, we have 2 categories. Now, deposit, we have 50% or before CAS for MRES applicants. And the MRES fee I actually didn't mention is £22,000. And applicants are required to pay 50% before CAS letter can be issued. Then the rest will be paid in 2 installments when they get to the UK. And the reason for the 50%, because it's a new development, is because for you to decide that you want to come and study, we believe that you already have the tuition fee in place. If I decide to come and to go and do a master's program, I don't think I don't have to think about when I start I'll get the money. No, I already have the money before that plan will be actualized. So we believe that the money is already in place, and if you pay 50% of that, then it is to your benefit, and the rest can be paid in installments when you get to the UK.
Okay, that's great, and that's a good news for Dari. You've seen the information. You're asking for deposit, and that has rightly been answered. And for Daniel too, you were asking for tuition fee for MS and deposit. That has always been answered. So thank you so much for dropping this comment.
Thank you, sir.
Um, I think Cynthia is trying to know how long does it take to get an unconditional offer after submitting the needed document.
Okay, fine. Well, for now, admissions from the admissions team, we're getting more staff on ground to assist, with the admissions team due to the volume in application. And I believe that from this moment on, the turnaround time from condition to unconditional offer will be very, very swift, because I've actually seen some so far in the last 2 weeks, and I believe that that will take within 5 days if you meet all the required documents, because sometimes applicants need to meet those conditions before getting unconditional offer, and where they fail to do that, it is always difficult. There's a lot of back and forth from both ends. But when an applicant is able to get those documents on time, then we'll be swift on issuing an unconditional offer. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much, sir. So let's move to another question from Mom Pet. Is MSc Social Work available for January, and what are the requirements? I think
Okay, for our
I don't know.
MSc,
Yes,
sorry,
yes,
for
for
our
social
MSc
work.
social, yeah, for our MSc, I can actually see it on the screen too.
Okay, good.
Yes, for MSc social work, it doesn't run in January, it runs only in September, and the application is done via UCAS. Because if you can reach out to NWC, they can put in the application on your behalf, but it's done via UCAS, and the minimum requirement is a second class higher division, that is 2-1. If you have a 2-2 work experience, it may not fly, but a 2-1 will fly for our MA social work.
Okay, okay. So that's great. So Mompet, you can pick any of our contact online. Then we can help you to submit your application against September intake. Then give you all the necessary requirements in terms of IELTS and some other thing you might need to submit together with your document to secure a nursing program in the UK. Daniel, I think you missed the answer, but still you can rewatch this video. But in summary,
What answer was that?
For the Emirates, the tuition fee, I think that's what he said.
It's £22,000, and the
And
deposit is
deposit is
50%.
50%. So that's straightforward. £22,000 and deposit is 50%. Another question from this Aramon is, as a doctor of optometry, can I apply for MSc in public health because I have an application that has been pending for over 2 weeks now without an offer?
Okay, that's fine. No, as a doctor of optometry, now for public health, yes, you can actually apply. And if you put in an application and there's been delay for more than 5 working days, please reach out to NWC or reach out to the international admissions team, or reach out to myself, and I can help chase this up from the team. But make sure that all documents have been uploaded, because sometimes I've seen where people put in application with zero documents, and there's no way we can actually assess to say we want to offer you an admission without having seen those documents. So sometimes I look at some complaints when I go through the portal, no documents. I have to tell them, sorry, you've not uploaded any documents. Once you've done that, that's when we can actually assess do our own assessment and decide if you'll be offered admission or if you'll be rejected. Thank you.
All right, so thank you, sir. So we got some other few questions, but among some other considerations that an international student would like to give in terms of
Okay.
choosing a school is apartment closer to where they are going to be studying. I don't know if
Yeah.
University of Wolverhampton maintain any form of university accommodation like on campus.
Okay. Yes. For us as a university, we offer accommodation to all applicants in the first year. So we have more than 1,000 ensuite rooms and shared apartments. Now we have the standard, we call it share apartment, but standard rooms on Wolverhampton campus, which is the city campus of, and the fee ranges from £101 per week, which will be about 4,242 pounds per academic year. And also we have what we call the ensuite rooms, which is from £1,119, and that ranges between 4,098 pounds per year. So yes, we offer accommodation to applicants who would like to stay on campus, and now most times I always advise them to stay on campus so that they'll have a good soft landing, be able to navigate, from department to use all the facilities on campus. And for applicants who is coming for MRS or PhD, who has a family, we don't have accommodation for applicants with dependents, but the accommodations 20, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes away from the university at affordable fees, and they can also get those accommodations within the campus. And I usually advise that if your accommodation is going to be an hour away, or maybe 45 minutes, or maybe max 50 minutes away, then I advise that you have a change of heart, because there might be some information that need to be passed, or maybe presentation that need to be done, and you'll not be able to quickly commute back to the university. So it's advisable you leave not further than within 45 minutes, to the university or to campus.
All right, thank you, sir. Asiata, I'm going to send you your question. But before we move on, before I forget, for extended masters, can you please tell us how long
Yes.
is the duration of the course? And secondly, do HND applicants or HND graduates also have same opportunity with third class to apply for extended masters?
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Now, for our extended masters, for now, it is actually basically around third class holders. For HND, we are looking at reviewing the application process, and also courses that will be suitable for them to come in, maybe a top-up program, or maybe courses that, but it is mainly for now for third class holders, and the courses are actually around business courses like international business management, that's MSc, leadership and management, accounting and finance, and a whole lot of it, those are the courses available for extended master's program. But if you're an HND graduate and you have viable work experience above 5 years within that profession, at a professional level, yes, why not? If not, you can actually reach out to NWC. They'll put in an application, and once it has been made, the faculty will make decisions to know if you're worth giving an offer for a direct masters, because we've offered an HND direct masters, someone that did purchase and supply, and is looking at courses around project management, and the man has wealth of experience, so he was offered a direct master. So it's a one-on-one, cases. So if you're in that category, you have quality work experience in that profession and you've been there for a long time, above 5 years, yes, you can reach out to NWC. They put in the application, then we will take it up from the faculty level and make our decisions. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. And that's enough clarification for those with HND in third class. So, and I believe you'll just get to know about the duration of your study master program now. Then, after someone has gotten admission and is able to make tuition deposit, of course, what is next is the cash process. So, the cash process, um, those Wolverhampton require bank statement to issue cash, interview. How long does it take? That's is there precast interview? Is there any requirement for bank statement and TB certificate? And if necessary, any other document that might be required to issue cash? And how long is it going to take, sir?
Okay, thank you so much. Actually, as a university, after you've been offered an unconditional admission, the next thing is the PCI interview. Now, this interview is actually set up for us to be sure that you are genuinely, interested in coming to study at our university, and you've done accurate research as to why you're coming to study with us, and also why you've chosen us compared to other universities, in our environment. So we want to know why you're particular about us, and that is why that's why we have interview done, and also to ask you about the course module and what the benefit and the skills that you will gain. So in all, the PCI is actually for us to shape you and to know what research you've carried out about the university. Just as someone applying for a company, they go do a research about the company before the interview dates, and when they ask them such questions, they are able to answer. It shows that the person has made accurate research. And same for us, we want to know that you are genuinely for University of Wolverhampton, and you're not just an applicant that will get to university and actually become a burden to other applicants who they cannot actually get a knowledge of, an idea of experience from. So we don't want such applicants. We want people who are innovators, who can actually impact into other people. And I've known Nigerians to be good in that, but there are some who actually doesn't want to go through that stress, and we actually will not want such people. We want those that are passionate about their career plans and passionate about where they want to go within the 5 years, after this, what they they aspire to be within 5 years. Because if you are putting a lot of money to come study in the UK, then we don't want those who does not have a purpose of why they're spending that much to come study at our university. I think, is that all, or I missed us on some things?
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. It's comprehensive enough to understand the cash
Okay.
process, sir. Just that
No, I'm
Daniel's
not
one.
done. Yeah. No, sorry, I'm not done. I just remember the question. Now the CAS, that's actually a PCI interview. Now for the CAS, we require a bank statement, because before now we've had some refusals based on applicants, because before now we just issue CAS letter, but at some point applicants were not uploading they were not uploading complete bank statement that is not mature for 28 days. They were not uploading TB tests, which was as and by that they were refused. And when university get much refusals, there's actually a quota for all universities to not get to a certain percentage of refusal. So we decided, I know what, since that is the same bank statement you are using for visa application, let us have a look. Let's see, is it mature enough? Is this TB test okay? Is your international passport all right, good to go? Then once we view those things, then we issue your CAS letter, and it's usually within 5 working days. It's most times 24 hours or 48 hours. But a threshold of within 5 working days, you get your CAS letter, then you apply for your visa.
Oh, okay. So thank you for that, sir. Like the question this Daniel is asking is the fact that like September intake that we just concluded, at the point we got it that students should not make payment until they pass their interview. That's make tuition deposit. Is that still the same thing we are going to maintain for January?
Well, the reason for that is because You know, some agents, I know not NWC though, once an applicant has got an offer and they've not even met conditions of the offer, they'll tell them to go and commit, go and pay. Some will say go and pay 1,000 to commit, go and pay 2,000, go and pay the deposit to commit, and without having, properly assess the applicant to be sure that this person is genuine or this person is ready, for this um,
Process.
tax ahead of them. So we always advise that why not pass PCI interview, because in most cases when you fail PCI interview, we would have to withdraw the application, and you will now start battling with refund process. But as an agency or as an applicant that is very sure, because we have applicants who are actually sure, even as an agent, you know that yes, this applicant will definitely pass the PCI interview, and you're sure that this applicant will pass. Why not? They can go out with the PCI interview, and the interview for November, for January intake, is going to be via Enrolly. We are not new to this. We actually used Enrolly in the last intake, and we are still going back to Enrolly because we believe that once is a system generated questions, though we put in those questions there, yeah, don't not generate, we put in those questions there, and once you've answered it, just go online. Once you've been sent your precast link, go online, take the test. It's pre-recorded. Record yourself, answer those questions, and once you're done, then submit. Then from the back end, the admissions team will pick it up and assess it. If you pass a certain number of questions, then yes, they get back to you to say your application is successful. And if maybe there are some core questions that you missed, you didn't really do well, they might give you a second chance. And if someone that didn't prepare at all and did woefully, then they might have to say sorry, go and reapply. We might have to withdraw the application for you to put in a new application. So in all, is based down on you um, doing a proper research about the University of Wolverhampton. Because for those that have passed, they've joined, and also we have a webinar. We'll start as on Fridays, maybe 2 Fridays in a month, from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. UK time. We do that. We call it precast interview session, whereby we put agents and applicants through the interview process, what to expect, and actually how to take the PCI via Enrolly, or what to expect. So it is very, very important. The interviews, the question basically is around what you've written in your personal statement. Why do you want to come to us? Why not this university? Why us? What attracts you to our university? Is it about the tuition fee? Is it about where we are situated, because we are centrally situated in the UK? Is it about job opportunities, because there's a lot of job opportunities within West Midland where we are, and also within Wolverhampton? Is it about living expenses, because we are named one of the cheapest places to live in the UK? Those are the yardstick, and we believe that you should have done a proper research before coming for an interview or before taking an interview. So, and also about the course modules. How will your course modules transit into benefiting you, and also improving your skills acquisition and all that. So I believe it's not something that is difficult, but if you are passionate about your career, then you should actually do a proper research before going for the PCI interview. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for answering this question. I understand that our viewers, you probably might have one or two questions you still want to ask. And if you're just joining us, we have been having an interactive conversation with Mr. Daniel from University of Wolverhampton. What an amazing information so far in the past 35 minutes. We have been having information about Wolverhampton. So if Wolverhampton is your choice, then kindly note that Wolverhampton have January, September, and of course, November intake. I don't know if Mr. Daniel, if there's any other intake
We have
apart from
more.
this. Wow,
Yes, actually,
that's
to
amazing.
start with, thank you. To start with, we have January intake, we have March intake, but March intake is usually MSc Data Science, MSc Artificial Intelligence, or maybe 2 additional or 3 additional courses, making it 5, depending on what the faculty will actually want to be on those intake. But Data science and AI, they are constant A for March intake. Then we have the May intake for courses, similar courses with January. Then we have that also in May. Then we have the November intake, which is also data science AI. With just like this, we have addition of project management. Sometimes we might have addition of international business management or MBA. So depending on faculty decision on the course to add to that, but we usually have those two IT courses, as a constant, courses for November and March intake, and with and sorry, I didn't mention September. September, which
Yes.
is the major intake for all courses. Then yes, so making it 5 intake in a year.
Okay,
Thank
that's
you.
great. So meaning that almost all the time during
We
the
are always
year
busy
you
all
can
through. We
always
are
find
always busy year in year out.
to make
Yes,
it to over. That's so amazing. So there's no time
yes,
that you pick interest in going to study at Wolverhampton that you not get a very close intake to that time. So
definitely.
that's what it means. So it's not all about Emirates alone. So in case you're contacting us for University of Wolverhampton, of course, you know so many intake available, thoughts program, undergraduate, extended masters for third class, and everything is just so good. Those yes, Daniel, those MSc2 do precast interview. So whether it's thoughts
Well,
or
actually, for all applicants from my region, you have to take PCI interview at all levels: undergraduate,
uh,
postgraduate, research, PhD, because the interview is actually for us to be sure that you know. And if you don't know, you go back to actually do your homework. Because now UKVI, at the point of entry, you might be asked series of questions. What if we don't do interview to prepare you and you get there and you mess up and you've been sent back to your country after spending a whole lot of money? Or maybe you've been called randomly by UKVI to say, okay, we would like to have an interview with you, and they start asking you a whole lot about your career choice, about the course, about the university, about accommodation, and you're just blabbing. You actually were caught on unaware, you don't even know what to say. It shows that you're not a genuine applicant, and your visa can actually be refused. So we are preparing you ahead so that you have a soft landing and there will not be any barrier to your career goals and plan.
okay, so thank you, sir. So that's the major reason. Of course, now it's not new to all of you that UKV are now randomly call international students that have submitted application and interview them. And even before now, at the point of entry, you are likely going to be called aside to do the interview. And at the same
Yeah.
time, we recently had situation in Nigerian airport here to where people have been interviewed and some people got their visa curtailed. So in preparation for this, so it is now necessary for all schools in the UK to take precast interview. Some even take compliance interview before you were issued admission at all. I think Wolverhampton is still fair compared to some other stringent measure that some other schools have taken so far for now. So if you are
Thank you.
interested, please pick our contact online. And we are going to ask Mr. Daniel the very last question before we leave or we round up this session. And it's going to be like, you've told us about Wolverhampton a lot, but we want to know why should students from Nigeria choose to study at Wolverhampton?
Okay, thank you so much. First, I would like to start about the city. Now, the city of Wolverhampton is actually one of the fastest growing city in the UK, and we have about 75% of applicants, getting jobs within the environment. There are some universities I don't want to mention. When you go there, there are no jobs around. You have to travel far to work before you can, and that will actually tell on your savings or on how you can actually come by when it comes to finances. So, University of Wolverhampton, the city itself is actually vibrant, is a vibrant city, and is a student populated environment with lots of companies springing up, and that's an opportunity for international students and applicants that come study at our university. And secondly, we pride ourselves with working with industrial links. We have industry link with multinational companies and even local companies within the UK, whereby applicants can actually go get placements with those companies, which can actually translate into getting employment. Like we have with Rolls Royce, Johnson and Johnson, NHS, Wolverhampton Football Club, and to name a few, we have them. available for international students to actually go get a job. Though job is not guaranteed, but applicants do get that year in, year out. And also, when it comes to affordability, we are named one of the cheapest place to live in. The fact that we're just 20 minutes away from Birmingham, living expenses within Wolverhampton is quite cheaper, compared to other surrounding cities. And that's actually one of the things that most parents will consider, or most applicants will consider, looking at their savings to say, where can I go that has a lower tuition fee, a lower living expenses, and when it comes to food and all that, which will have it at a lower rate. I believe that University of Wolverhampton is actually the place. And also, we are ranked 6th in the UK for business and management. So anyone looking at business courses, international business, business and management, leadership and management, and accounting and finance and all that, we actually ranked by the Guardian University Guide as 6th in the UK. And also we are ranked 9th in the UK for mental health. So anyone looking at social work, international nursing studies, that's our top-up nursing, and also health and social care, biomedical sciences, we're actually ranked 5th in the whole of the UK. And lastly, we are ranked 16th in the UK for the best university. That's 16. That means we moved 16 position up the table. That means we've left about 15 universities. We've surpassed that growth. We've left them behind, and that's actually a good one for a university to have achieved such a milestone within 2 years, to actually move 16 up the table. And we pride ourselves with the quality of lecturers that we have on campus, who are actually there to assist international students with queries or whatever is not clear to them in classes. And you can actually reach out to them on a daily basis. Reach out to them. Maybe you want to have a 30 minutes chat with them about the course that is not clear. And also we have support services available. We have the enterprise place whereby they help applicants to write, they assist them on how to write a CV for job placement, and also how to present themselves for job opportunities. And lastly, we have the student union available to assist applicants from the career paths to assessment to academics and what have you. And lastly, we have the Nigerian Student Society of about 500 people. I'm also part of that group, and they help each other financially, mentally, socially, and they offer wide range of activities within the university. And we also have the other activities where applicants can actually join different cultural groups to just boost, and also have other mix of traditions or culture to blend in with what they know to improve their quality of life. Thank you. You are mute.
Okay, thank you, sir. That's really great, and you can see a lot of benefits that is attached to choosing University of Wolverhampton as a choice university in the United Kingdom. So many ranking, and of course, one of the best environments you can live in terms of cost of living as an international student, opportunity to get job, and all this thing has been listed by Mr. Daniel. So, quick one before go. Someone is asking.
Dr. Othman.
An installment percent has been paid for. So sorry for the network. I don't know if you can hear me now, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it's from my end. Yes, I can.
Okay,
yeah,
asking how many installments after 50% deposit for Emirates?
Okay, now before the increment, it's usually 50% 2 weeks into, that's once you've paid the 5,000, that's before the increment. 5,000 deposits, you pay 50% 8 weeks into first semester and 50% 8 weeks into second semester. But with the increment, if you are paying 50%, then we'll have to get back to you on the installment plan for MRES. But for undergraduate, postgraduate, it is still the same process. But for MRES, it might be 50%. Once you pay 50%, the rest will be paid from the second semester or from later into first semester to second semester. But we'll actually get back to Dr. Utman on the accurate information so that I don't give you wrong information. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Dana Inikori, you can get in touch with us. So as soon as we have that information handy, definitely we are going to share that
I
with
will.
you. And this
Sure,
will
I
be
will
the
do that.
last question we are going to ask. Many undergraduates who only have prospective undergraduate students who only have WAEC wants to go into direct undergraduate without foundation program. I don't know if Wolverhampton accepts this.
Okay, thank you. We offer direct applications to undergraduate students with just WAEC or NECO, but that will be determined by the level of results, that's the grade on the WAEC or NECO. So I've seen WAEC with A's and B's who was told by the admissions team, don't worry about. The parent actually wanted foundation year, embedded program with undergraduates, and the applicant is 18 years. So they reached out to say, don't worry about that. With this, level of, grade, which is I would take this person onto direct undergraduate program. So depending on the WAEC or NECO results, that will be determined, if this person is what year one or is what to start from foundation year. And sometimes it might be the age. The result might be fantastic, but for us at university, you have to be 18 at the start of the program before you can come into our undergraduate program. Because yes, but we offer we work with Marvin. If you're looking, maybe you have an applicant that is less than maybe 17 plus, they can actually run through the foundation with Marvin House, then they move into year one directly with us. But if they are 18 years and above, yes, we can take them straight on to year one. Thank you.
What an amazing session we had with Mr. Daniel today. Is the African representative for University of Wolverhampton. He has shared an insight into all it takes for you to navigate from Nigeria to University of Wolverhampton in the United Kingdom. Seamlessly easy, and because for you to get a successful application process, all you need are necessary information to make this work for you. And that is what he has actually shared with us today. Mr. Daniel, thanks so much for making it out for this event, despite your busy schedule. Really appreciate you, and we can thank you enough for this time you've given to us. Thanks so much. And to all our
Thank you for
viewers,
having me.
thank you very much for joining us today. Until another time, we'll be looking forward to sharing another information we've got from Wolverhampton University on our page or to you directly via your email so that you can take action as soon as possible. Of course, University of Wolverhampton November admission intake is still on. Application
It's
are still
still
on,
on. Please
and
help us
it should.
to them.
In case you are interested, kindly contact us. Then we are going to key in application for you as soon as possible. And just as I actually said, within 6 days or 7 days max, you are going to be handed an admission letter. So you can still meet
Yes.
up. It's not too close. And of course, general intake is also on. So should in case you are interested, please get in touch with us as soon as possible. Until another time, have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Oakman. All right. Bye.
Bye, sir. Bye.
Thank you.